Welcome to the first episode for 2026 of the ABR Weekend Preview. I'm joined by Aaron this afternoon on a Friday afternoon. How are you feeling, Captain?
Good afternoon, Nathan. Looking forward to the weekend ahead. Hopefully we can kick off the new year in style.
Yeah, looking to bounce back after what's been a very disappointing start to the year for the stable. Yet to train a winner in 2026, Aaron. Very poor.
Well, that's rough, isn't it? We've only had 2 days, but we'll see if we haven't had a starter. So you pointed out the obvious there, Captain, but that's all right. We'll launch into the weekend and try and change that Saturday.
Well, on a more positive note, I also haven't tipped any losers for the entire year.
You haven't owned a new runner too, so that's good as well for all the followers.
Bit to dissect there. Obviously, last week I made a declaration on the weekend preview that I would be apologising to all of Navy Gold's owners, and I think that's now in order, isn't it, Aaron?
Yes, you must, and he will hopefully find a race somewhere, but over on the west coast at Port Lincoln for the rest of the Port Lincoln season. All
right, and now that we've got that out of the way, because I got quite a few messages on the weekend following that performance, we look ahead to this weekend. Home track, Gawler, this Saturday. 4 representatives to go through a little bit of harness action, and then 1 runner on the Sunday at Strathalbyn. Kicking off the new year, Captain, we've also got some really nice horses stepping out at the trials next week, so a bit going on.
Yeah, good. Look, always love the December-January period with a couple of metro meetings at Gawler. We obviously missed them last year with the issues the track had, but seeing the track this morning looks great. They've had the water put into it early in the week. It'll play well, rail true, as most of these metro meetings are, but lucky enough we've drawn well, so with most of them, hopefully we can take advantage of the good draws. But always nice to kick off the new year at our home track, or being Gawler Angaston in that Barossa region, and hopefully we can get a winner to start the new year.
We get an opportunity in the very first race on the program, Captain. We've got Stokomo going around first up. Jake Torote going aboard this horse.
Yeah, Jake's had a good association with him when this horse was previously at Richard and Chantel Jolly's, owned by Rob Hill-Smith, Mr. Yalumba, the team there in the Barossa. So his support very early on when we moved to Angaston. He had a good little prep last time, Stokomo. Really consistent prep. His run first up for us, fresh after a long layoff, was really good. We take a similar setup into this run. Being a Class 2 1100, he's drawn well in Barrier 3. Going to certainly get every favour with Jake on. Should find his way forward. We'd like to see him just behind the speed. $9.50 is a good each way chance, but horse has been working really well. If he brings his A game, he can be, and he gets the gaps laid, he can be certainly threatening. Yeah,
been a consistent horse since joining the stable. We move on to race 3. An exciting runner here first up for us and the Grand Syndicates team, drawn well, Discreetly Blue, Barrier 4, Jason Holder, ex-Dan Clark and an Upi McGilvray horse, $5 in the market.
Yeah, he's trialled up nicely. He's just had the one trial coming into Saturday, a horse that we sort of sourced in partnership with Grand Syndicates, a horse that we'd followed through his career in Adelaide and sort of wanted to pick up, sort of raced against him a couple of times, an opportunity on the Inglis Digital come, and we partnered with Grand Syndicates to pick him up. He's a horse that he's got racing rewards attached to him. To win a race like this on Saturday would be of great value to his new owners as part of the Grand Syndicates team. He won his trial at Murray Bridge. We elected to go in fresh. And he gets the opportunity from Gate 4, Jason Holder. A lot of horses in this race have had their chances to win their maiden, him being one of those. He's yet to win his maiden from 9 attempts, but he's been placed on 5 occasions. So, look, I think if he brings his trial form into it, his work Tuesday was good. We're happy where the horse is at, going in fresh. Think he runs really well. Yeah,
a horse that traditionally with the previous stable was getting out over a trip at Son of Blue Point. Fresh 1200. Is he going to be kept to those kind of shorter trips this time in?
Yeah, no further than a mile at this stage. We'd like to sort of see him. He'll certainly have a couple runs at 1200. I think he's going to be seen most effective there. Obviously, he was a staying horse last time in for previous connections, but we'll be looking to try and keep him short, sharp, shiny.
Speaking of that, we move on to race 6. Another horse that we have been keeping a little bit sharper. There Goes My Hero. Gets out to the 1500 for the first time this campaign. Matty Chadwick goes back aboard. Home track, Barrier 5. What are we thinking? Can he bounce back and find himself in the winner's stall for what is probably a bit of an overdue win for this horse?
Yeah, look, he's well performed at the track. He's had 3 starts at the track, 1 win, 1 second. Very unlucky last start. Probably taking that in, he would have been, if he got luck last Metro meeting at Gawler, he's 3 starts, 2 wins, 1 second. He track and distance, he's 1 from 1. So, look, there's a lot of ticks in that box. He's drawn well in barrier 5. He does step out to the 1,500 after a few runs at 1,200. He's a horse that doesn't make his own luck, so always hard to tip into him with any confidence. But he is on the 7-day backup at his home track that he performs well at. He's going to be thereabouts. Sort of like, you'd be disappointed if he ran badly, but he'll just need that break late. But I think it's a really good setup for him.
Consistent horse. There goes my hero. Another one that is always knocking on the door and has a good record at Gawler as well is Mrs. Pennycracker. The final race on the card. Can we bring home the chocolates in the last, Aaron?
Yeah, look, her run was great last time out. She deserved to win on that occasion. If you look at her record, she's 1 from 19 with 6 placings. But look, you couldn't have been any more impressed with her run. Sort of first go up Metro level last time out. She defied all track patterns, come from near late dive, missed. Probably another bob, another stride. She wins the race, and she goes into this as one of the main hopes. She's 550 into 440. Probably some thought she shortens up closer to start time, but she's right in it. Beautiful gate, barrier 4. Taylor Johnson on claiming 1.5. She gets down to 54.5. First time out the 1,700. Typically she was sort of a 1,400 metre horse, but she's just sort of taken everything we've thrown at her. So for a horse that come to us at a maiden, of 15 starts, she probably deserves to win one in town, and she gets her chance Saturday.
Yeah, she's one that's just continued to improve. If you look 3 back, she only won at Minderey Hallerton, but she did well enough there, and then she's gone up to Strath, ran really well. And last start, the form around that winner of Michael Hickmott's goes particularly well. And the horse that she just beat out for third was Maddie Sayers' horse, which franked the form last weekend and went terrific in town. So she's certainly up to a race like this, and I think if she brought what she's been bringing, not only on Tuesday at track work, but her last start, I think she'll be up to this race, up to her eyeballs. So very keen to see Penny on Saturday. Hopefully tick off a maiden win. That'd be a big achievement from where she's come
won
from.
Her maiden, but tick off a Metro win. So look, she's in great order. So continue to train on nicely. She's probably our best chance of the weekend.
Tend to agree. We'll stick with the thoroughbreds. One more Strathalbyn Sunday racing. Rochelle Milne's Lady Skylar goes around on the 7-day backup after her run at Narracourt last start. Rochelle Milne's interesting booking.
Yeah, just gets every chance here, really. She's on the 7-day backup. She's out to 1,600 metres. Can't make too many more excuses for her. Blinkers go on. She should be running well. Not tipping her by any means, but she gets favours with Rochelle on. She obviously had Taylor Johnson on last start, so she's had every opportunity in the way of riders. Todd Purnell before that. We're just hoping to step out in trip. 4th up now. That's when she won her maiden last time in.
And at Strath.
At the similar trip. So hopefully she can do something for the owners there at Grand Syndicates, but she needs to stand up.
Only a little bit of action on the harness side across the weekend. Open the Gates goes around at Newcastle. But Globe Derby Monday, 2 representatives, Hilltop Crusader and Dream a Little Dream. Any thoughts there? Yeah,
Dream a Little Dream she was good last start. Short that sort of race pattern didn't quite suit her at Globe Derby in that $25,000 Kevin and Kay Seymour feature final. Went down a length. She's going to be better for that run under her belt after sort of 6-7 weeks between runs. But yeah, look, gets in a really suitable race. She'll probably start favourite or very close to in that market. Expected to sort of bounce back. I think she's at her best. She's probably got the ability to sort of go to open class here.
As you said, off the top, it's a pretty exciting time of year. We kind of get into that new year of unveiling a few new horses, and we'll do that on Tuesday at the Gawler Trials. And we've been doing still a little bit of back and forth with some of the A-graders across at Ballarat. Can we get a bit of an update firstly on Ballarat, and then we'll touch on the trials Tuesday, thoroughbred-wise?
Yeah, got some nice horses over at Ballarat. There'll be a swap over on Monday, taking 1 over, bringing 2 back. Shady Thinker and Nunya return to the stables early next week. We've just had Dubai Focus come back. So at its peak, there's been 8 over there in training, basically on the water walker, doing a little bit of treadmill work as well. Got some really exciting New Zealand horses, obviously Aleandra and Black Sea, that's recently arrived to us in that next wave, that are doing their sort of early 4 to 6 weeks over there, strength and conditioning, something we've sort of done at the back end of this year and going to be doing more of with that sort of next level horse that we do have and really set their preparations up. So other horses over there at the moment, Concord's over there for Wayne Mitchell, Pipeline of Bloodstock, Metrical getting ready for the winter, target a couple of races over the Easter Carnival Oakbank and then probably on to Warrnambool. Starscream's over there, he was ready to go, got a little bit crook. He sort of had something lurgering after his first trial, which was good, but he's had a little setback, but he's on the way back up.
Dual pressure
there following Ballarat. And obviously mentioned Shady and Nunya coming home next week. Belize goes there Monday, ready for the sort of back end of the autumn. So look, there's plenty of nice horses coming through to include, as you said, the 2-year-olds. Got 2 of them trialling on Tuesday. Rose Now, he was really good in his recent jump out. And Mountain Devil, we took him to the jump outs as well. Did everything right, big, strong, imposing colt. Interesting 11-horse trial for the 2-year-olds on Tuesday, so it'll be a fairly competitive sort of workout. If you come out and win that trial, you probably go better than okay.
Yeah, right. Well, they've actually been struggling for numbers in the 2-year-old ranks in South Australia, as we know with one of our particular 2-year-olds we've been trying to get to the races, Aaron. But can we give an update on the Love Lucille filly Zoo Win?
Zoo Win, hopefully she's watching the trial from her box at Gawler, just across while the trial's at Gawler on Tuesday, and she's saying, anyone here, come and see me on Saturday. So in the Metro race, she'll want any one of them to make sure the race stands up. But we'll have a couple going the way of the Murray Bridge Metro meeting next Saturday. She's the headline act for us right at the moment. She's 2 from 2, a jump out in a trial, went under her belt, very sharp, natural filly. So we're looking forward to stepping her out next Saturday. Very exciting start of the year with the 2-year-olds.
And outside of that, on the trial front, Full of Sincerity steps out for his second trial for us at Gawler on Tuesday.
Full of Sincerity, yeah, he was good. 2-horse trial first up. But,
absolute stitch up there.
We'll get a better guide at 1,200, and then he'll be first up at a mile in 2.5 weeks' time. And then horse I Am the Tiger, which is showing really good promise for us. Couple trials last time in. She's a horse that you can watch for the year ahead. Yeah,
it should be a big morning there at Gawler, and more so a big day at Gawler on Saturday. Hopefully we can kick off 2026 with a couple of winners. Leave us with your best of the entire weekend across all that.
Mrs. Pennycracker Saturday.
All right, I like it. I reckon that just about does us for the week, Aaron, unless you've got anything else to add.
No, thank you. Been a great episode. Looking forward to bringing you these weekly and into the new year, and hopefully we can find you many winners for owners, supporters, and for the stable. Thank you.
Cheers.